His leg was out there looking like Harry Potter's arm, and after the
Harry Potter's
Quidditch game,
arm.
bro.
They had to give him the bone regrowth juice.
Yeah, they had to give him some. Poor guy.
And welcome back to the Unfiltered Show, Dante. How you doing on this cold October night?
I just sneezed. Not bad so far. Not bad this week so far. We got a big playoff game tomorrow in softball. 10 o'clock game, so it's gonna be in the 40s. So we're gonna be out there tomorrow night. Um, Eagles won this week, so I guess I can't be too upset. You know,
The Eagles did win. A
Flyers
win's
are
a win.
back. Flyers are back.
Flyers are back.
They are what 1-1-1.
Yeah.
Not bad start.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, all good things. I already forgot about the other baseball team we had, so that's a good, has to be a good week if you're not thinking about them
Yeah. Dodgers are beating the Mets at least currently.
currently. Honestly, low key, I wouldn't have hated it if the Mets went like just rode this hot streak all the way to the championship, just because
No.
like it's a pretty crazy ex- uh situation for this team to like be so bad, but for somehow just to be so hot that they just won based off of that. Like could have been the Phillies if we won that year, but choked.
Yeah. No. This the sixth seed is not making it to the World Series for the third year in a row.
Yeah, probably not. Dodgers are
Yeah.
too good right now.
Yeah, but I mean they're only about to go up 2-1 in the series, so
Yeah.
never know.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean the Phillies. Start with the Phillies today. Nothing
Not much to
crazy.
talk about.
Extended Rob and all the coaches through 26, I think. So
I mean,
he
I
wasn't. I don't think they could have fired anybody. Obviously, uh, Rob obviously maybe on the hot seat a little bit, even though he's had the fifth most wins since he became the manager. So can't
yeah, no.
compete.
I mean,
But
he's been
he can't
coaching
make
them
him hit
well.
once
Yeah,
again.
yeah. At the end of the day, it's
I
on the
mean, they
players.
even if they want to get rid of they can't get rid of the hitting coach yet, Kevin Long, because he's boys with Juan Soto. So that might be a big pitch to come in this off season.
Huh?
We're we're getting
Never
linked
know.
to Soto a little bit. We'll see. It's gonna be between us, the Mets, yeah, the Yankees, and the Blue Jays supposedly.
We shall
So
see.
we'll see. Otherwise, Phillies. We have Bryce, Wheeler, and Stott are all up for Gold Gloves.
I did see that. I did see that.
So we'll see. I mean, Harper might not win it just because Christian Walker seems like he wins it a lot the last few years.
Yeah. I mean,
Stott,
it's impressive that he's even on the list after only playing first base for 2 years.
this is his first year, really.
True. I mean, he did play for half the year last year.
First
So
full year.
first full year, and he's already on Gold Glove. That's pretty impressive.
Stott hopefully will not get robbed again this year. And actually, Marsh is up for it too.
Oh yeah,
Marsh is up in left field.
and Wheeler, a pitcher.
Wheeler should go back to back maybe.
He is one of the best.
So we'll see. Otherwise, nothing crazy. A few guys have hit free agency already, I think.
Oh, wow, that was fast.
Couple of the relief pitchers they were just on, like Estevez, Hoffman. Supposedly they all want to come back, so we'll see if we can afford them and everything.
Oh, that's good news at least.
And then Casty fired Scott Boras. He's representing himself now.
That's
So,
wild.
I feel like supposedly a lot of people have fired Boris this year, so it's just Scott Boris being an ass probably.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who that man is, but I mean, good for Casty.
He represents. I think he used to represent like I don't know. I don't know if he represented like T.O. back in the day or if it was Drew Rosenhaus. I forget. But they're Scott Boras and Drew Rosenhaus are always the two you hear about a lot.
Oh, interesting. Did not know.
And then for the Flyers. Did you watch the games?
I watched the first game, and then we watched a little bit of the second game at the party,
Mm-hmm.
and then the third game I did not get to see because I honestly did forgot that was on.
How'd you know Michkov scored 2 goals then?
I was watching on Twitter.
Hmm.
I thought that was the second game that he scored 2 goals. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it was last night. Last night, yep.
Yeah, yeah. I was keeping up on Twitter, but yeah, I watched it. I saw that he scored his first 2 goals in like a 5 minute span,
Do you have
which is pretty impressive.
any comments so far? Watching a few games of hockey so far this season?
Um, no, I feel like they did what you asked of them, which is score on the power play.
They did.
We are getting a lot more shots. It seemed like on
Mm-hmm.
goal during the power play as well. Um, I guess if anything, I'd say maybe we have to be a little more physical, which I never really have thought I'd ever have to say about the Flyers, but I feel like we were getting bodied out there a little bit.
And
Um, we,
Edmonton is just bigger than
yeah,
us.
they are a big team. I mean, just like I feel like we are a very young team, obviously, but like the third youngest team. So
Mm-hmm.
probably, obviously, these men around us are going to be a little stronger. So I feel like we should make sure we assert some dominance
We're
on the ice
getting
because I feel like we
so
were
we're
getting a
get
little bodied.
we're getting weight roomed out there.
We were a little bit. The one game I remember that I think I missed, you were like, yeah, they were in the,
Edmonton was in the
ar-
zone all night.
yeah.
All night.
So,
If they were going offensive zone calculations, which I'm sure they do, it had to be like at least 60-40.
oh wow. I
Edmonton
mean,
was in there, although other than when we were on power plays, but power play looked a lot better. Michkov just as dynamic as everyone hoped he would be, moving the
yeah.
puck, make some nifty moves, almost had a few extra goals, tip it,
His
is fast as hell.
his shootout goal was pretty or attempt was pretty nice as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Konechny scored us a shorthanded goal the
he
2 nights ago,
oh
getting back to what they were doing last year with the good penalty kill.
yeah, I mean, there was honestly that was my only like I wouldn't even say like gripe. It was like more of like a suggestion, just like we gotta be a little more physical out there. We're
Yeah,
kids
we're doing a
going
little bit
against.
too much dump and chase, too much. We were trying to get the puck in, just by like skating in, but we were getting bodied off the line or flipping passes too close to the blue line and getting pushed back out. So, I mean, we played Edmonton good as they lost the finals last year, even though they're still having a slow start to the season. They're still have Connor McDavid and Dreitzel and all the bunch of people from the Stanley Cup losing team.
Yeah,
Uh, Vancouver went deep in the playoffs last year. We beat them, and
I mean,
Calgary's still good.
we
So
have a lot of new players, young players. I feel like for what we have and what where our record starting, I feel like we're playing pretty solid. I mean, it's not like we're getting shut out. We're competing every single game so far.
yeah,
So get a little more chemistry. Mitch Kopp gets a little more comfortable on the ice, and we're gonna be good as good as could be.
yeah, we've got one more West Coast game against I think the Kraken, and then we come home for the home opener next week against Vancouver. I think Tuesday. There's a new hockey NHL team this year. Do you know that or no?
Yeah, it was the Utah team. I don't know if they're either Utah something. I don't know what
I
the
think they're just like the Utah Hockey Club. I don't think they have like a.
name yet.
You want to try and guess? I don't think they do that. No, I think there's the hockey club.
I just saw that there was a Utah. I saw their jerseys. I thought the jerseys were actually pretty sick.
They're pretty normal. They look like Jazz jerseys.
Yeah, that's why I thought they were pretty sick.
Yeah,
I
just the
like the way
Utah
how
Hockey
they
Club so far.
I like the way how they like kind of made it like their states colors similar in a way. I mean, I only saw like one jersey, so I don't know how the rest look.
They only have two. They have a home and away. It looks like Villanova,
Oh, eh,
if that means anything.
yeah, like blue, white,
Yeah, the home is the dark.
kind of like the old Utah Jazz when they had like there's some navy blue, yellow numbers,
Mm-hmm.
green fucking writing. Those ugly ass jerseys
Yep. And then uh Sixers had another preseason game
tonight.
tonight. They won. I think it's their first win. Not that it
Yep.
matters.
Yep.
Uh I think Eric Gordon played for the first time. I heard he played pretty well.
Maxi played again.
Maxi was throwing lobs. KJ
Yeah,
Martin was playing good. Uh,
Drummond played solid.
Drummond played solid. Yabusele was
He was
playing
he
well.
was balling.
tried to
Man was
catch a body, and
man's out
then
there trying to fuck somebody up.
Jeremy Kane hit his head at the end of the game,
Oh,
so he walked off pissed off. Possibly has a concussion, so that's good. Otherwise, Embiid is not going to play the preseason,
I could see that.
which is whatever. It's fine.
I guess.
I mean, we've already, especially Paul George got hurt, Matt McCain got hurt.
Oh
Embiid's
yeah,
prone
now
to
at
getting
this
hurt,
point,
obviously. So just cook him and let him chill. Keep
fair.
it. His. It's not like he's sprinting up and down the court. He gets up and down fine. He does what he needs to do. It's not like he's gonna be out of
I
basketball
just
shape.
hope.
They practice all summer.
I just hope he's ready to go. That's all I could hope for.
No more back to backs for the rest of his career, possibly. How do you feel about that one?
I mean, it takes him out of getting any award ever. So
Maybe he just doesn't care. Which is,
if he doesn't care, I mean that's fine. I mean, but it's kind of shitty. You know,
I
as a
mean,
player, I feel like
May he'll play just enough. What do you have to play now? 68,
yeah,
65.
I think it's 65. I
He
think
could
it's at
still play.
least 60. So
He could still play 65, probably.
I think it's 75% of the games you have to play or
I'm
something
fine
like
with
that.
him. If he plays 70, that's cool. I think 12 games missed. That's like what, one or how many months do they play?
They play
6 months.
from
Oct-
November,
October
October
to
to April.
April. He plays 7 months. So you miss like one game, 2 games a month almost.
I, I
It's
mean,
whatever.
again, if he doesn't care, then since he already won his award, then
I
at
mean,
that point,
I don't care about the awards as long as they win the finals.
yeah. I mean, again, players also like they're getting paid to win awards technically. So like, if he's like, no, I want to play more games because he gets
Maybe
a
maybe
bonus.
maybe the only clause in his bonus is finals now.
Honestly, it should be, but be healthy in the playoffs for more than 3 games. This should be the
That's what he
clause.
said. He said he spoke to Daryl Moore and he was like, "What can we do where I just always going to be healthy in the playoffs?" And he was like, "No more back to backs." And he was like, "All right, if that's what we got to do for me to be healthy in the playoffs, then
I mean,
let's go."
honestly, in the NBA, I feel like they shouldn't be playing that many back to backs anymore.
I
Period.
don't know why they have to. 82 games. There's what we said 7 months. That's what 210 days. You don't have to play a back to back for the most part.
I don't see why we have to. I mean, also like if it is going to be a back to back, at least make it like a reasonable back to back, like Brooklyn, and then you
They
verse
gotta do. They should do home and home. You
like
know,
home of like the
play.
one team and then home of the other. Instead of the same
Yeah,
team in their court.
yeah. As long as it's not like obviously like you're playing the Lakers and then you travel to LA.
Well, I was gonna say like yeah, like it should be like if you're versing like the Knicks, then you should be
You,
versing the Nets.
yeah, Knicks or you play the Knicks again. Sometimes they do the same team back to
Yeah, they've been
back.
doing that too with doing the exact same team back to back because now especially with the play-in tournament or the in-season tournament, like
Yeah, dumb
they do
shit.
that back to back stuff.
Can't wait to see how ass our court looks like this year.
Yeah, I hope they kind of like dim that down a little bit and
You
then
like
like
you like our
change.
jerseys?
I haven't seen the New Jerseys.
I think we saw them. I can't remember
I can't
maybe
remember right
I don't know
now.
if they're official.
Were they blue with gold?
No, I don't
Then
know.
I
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea.
Sixers New Jerseys. It's I don't know what it is. I'll find it.
But
I thought I saw it.
while we're waiting, or while we're looking for that, I mean, oh, Sixers are technically the last
Oh,
team we have to talk about.
it's like the it's the what do you call it? It's the white version of
Oh
like
yeah,
their old city jersey,
yeah,
which I guess it's fine.
they're cool, I
It,
guess. I mean, they're pretty ass, but
it's
whatever.
basic.
The NBA hasn't had done a nice new jersey in about
Let's get the silk ones.
13 years. So
You want this silk black?
I mean, I don't want them to be silk, but I do want a black
Not silk. You
jersey.
know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah the Iverson ones.
I can't remember what that is called.
They're silk.
There's some kind of silk satin. They're
Satin.
satin. Yeah. No, we still have the Eagles.
Oh yeah,
But
true. I
yeah,
forgot about them.
Sixers. They start. I think they have one more preseason game, two more maybe, and then they will play the Bucks on opening night, which is next Wednesday.
Sick. Can't wait to watch
So
that.
next Wednesday, hopefully everyone's game, just so we could see them all full strength. But yeah, hopefully it's a good season. We'll talk about
More about that when the season actually starts.
we'll do some what we think who's gonna win it next year.
Yep. And then the
Uh,
Eagles finally.
Eagles with a big, huge win. Not really. They should have killed them, but
We
win's a
got
win.
lucky, I
I
guess.
I
I
got the
mean,
score as close as I could.
you did. I had
Don,
more. I had
Dante
more
had major
faith in.
confidence. Well, we have the worst first drive, first quarter offense in like the
Yeah,
NFL, but
it was 0 points.
after two possessions, we have like the second or third best in the NFL. So we just scored one touchdown in the first quarter. Might be locked and loaded.
I think. First off, Sirianni should be fired. Still, that's first off. Secondly,
He's getting there.
s- um, the offense looked, I guess, a little better, but like Sirianni also did come out and say that he was still changing the play calls for offense, and then admitted to changing the play calls for defense as
So
well.
So I heard more clarification on that. The offense part I forget. I think he was doing exactly what he said he was doing. For defense though, he was supposedly telling he wasn't calling any plays.
Oh,
He was saying in different situations to like look out for this, look out for that. So like they were being hyper focused on certain things that he was saying. But Fangio said that he never called a play, and they just like one of the plays that Sirianni was like super worried about. They got more yards than they should have. So then he was like stay focused. That was it for defense. I mean, either way, he shouldn't be involved. Same with this. Still with this head coach not doing any plays, then what are you there for?
yep. I mean,
Which I mean,
they're three.
he's just not that
He's
guy.
not. He's more of like a motivator or whatever. But like right now, he's not motivating. He's doing more like pissing everybody off, including the fans. So like, if
You
you
didn't
once you lose the fans, you lost.
you didn't
So
like him chirping the fans.
that was pretty idiotic, if you
He
ask
he
me.
apologized for it.
Yeah, but like you're already on the hot seat. You shouldn't have had to apologize. You should have known to like keep your cool. You know what I mean? Like,
He
and
said he said
he's
he's
a grown
working
ass
on it.
man. Yeah, I mean,
He said he's working on it, but he lost a little bit. The energy got a little too much for him this past
yeah,
week.
because they almost lost because he stinks
But I mean,
to the
they won.
Browns.
Deshaun, they shut it off. The defense played really well. Um, the special teams had that one kick where they ran it back. I mean, unlucky. Miles Garrett just jumped over a guy, which I'm pretty sure is illegal. But I think if you clear him without touching him, it's legal. I'm not sure honestly what that rule is. And then
No
offense, I
idea.
mean, they looked fine. I mean, Hurts looked better. I mean, just like any quarterback that gets their weapons back looks. If you
Yeah,
take Mike Evans and Chris Godwin from Baker Mayfield, he's going to look like ass too. So
absolutely.
especially when the other team knows you're going to run and you still throw for some reason. Uh,
I just I guess my only gripe for offense is
not
like,
running Barkley enough.
why the fuck doesn't Saquon Barkley have the ball? He
Rested
had
him.
he had
60
like
yards, I think. That was
60
it.
rushing yards and 37 receiving yards but what I'm pretty sure he had like 11 runs. So he was
He
averaging
was,
almost 6 yards of run.
yeah, he got stuffed, I swear, a few times, but maybe
Yeah, but
I think he ran it 18 times. I think it was total. Yeah,
and
because
then
his
honestly the third down was like kind of annoying. He should have easily gotten the first.
yeah.
Um
Yeah, I think he had like 18 runs, but even still, I mean, the Browns do have a good run defense in general. Yeah, he had he had 18 runs for 47 yards, and then two catches for 7. His worst game so far. We didn't really use
use
him
him.
that great. I mean,
What's he
18
there
runs
for?
is a. I mean, if he gets 18 to 20 runs, I'm happy with that.
I mean, yes,
They
sure.
didn't take good advantage of it, obviously, but Browns do have a good rush defense. But get him in the flats somewhere. He's got to be open occasionally.
Yeah, I just feel like there's no reason he shouldn't have like 20, 25, 30
Touches
touches a game.
in general. Yeah, yeah. Not
Yes.
not runs necessary.
No, no, no. Touches in general for sure. He should have the most. Like obviously you want to give AJ his like 10 targets and then you want to give Devonta at least 8 or 9 and then you mix everybody else in of who like obviously the best available option if necessary in those certain plays, but overall I feel like Saquon should have the ball because if Saquon gets going, it will just make Jalen's life 10 times easier. Like
Yeah.
it just opens everything up. But when you like have to force Jalen to throw the ball, it
I mean,
just makes
Hurts
our
ran
life.
14 times. Now, I don't know how many of those were tush pushes, but I
I
feel
can't
like
remember.
even if 5 were tush pushes, I don't remember him running 9 other times. But I mean, he did, obviously.
Yeah, I
And
mean I missed
I
that.
mean, AJ got his 6, he had 9 targets, 6 catches, 116 and a touchdown. Devontae only had 4 targets, 3 catches, 64 yards, and so 45 were just off the touchdown. So he only had 2 catches for 19 yards before that.
Yeah, the offense wasn't really playing well.
I
Like
think they
I
just
don't
part of it was like Denzel. Some sure Denzel was covering one of them.
Yeah, but I also just feel like we didn't run the ball like how we were supposed to. I don't know. I feel like the play calls weren't great. Like I feel like we missed something. Again,
Well, then when did Mailata get hurt?
I didn't even see
I
him get
don't
hurt to be
remember. He
honest.
got hurt. Well, he's out a few weeks now with hamstring injury.
Great.
Goddard's going to be out possibly a couple weeks. Ground Calcaterra though looked good on some of the few plays that he caught. He had 4 catches for
He
67 yards.
he's a solid blocker and he catches the ball when he needs to. I mean, that's all like we don't have to look for him, but if he's available, obviously we're gonna feed him.
Hurts
So
only took 1 sack, um, 2 touchdowns. I mean, he looked good for the most part. We sacked the Deshaun 5 times, so that was
we met
good.
that goal.
Um, Quinyon Mitchell almost got his first pick, but CJGJ was ball hawking, or I don't know what he was doing. He was
Yeah, I
quite
mean
angry, but I mean
he was
they
looking
made
for
the
the ball
play.
too. Yeah, I mean they're
Yeah, it
both
was
looking
all
for the
good.
ball.
But
Shit
yeah,
happens.
I mean, how do you feel about the Giants this week at MetLife?
I mean, personally, I think we should win. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be an easy game because the Giants defense has been playing pretty solid.
Yeah, they've been playing
Um,
pretty decent,
if the offense can get and Malik Neighbors is back this week,
most likely.
most likely. So if he's back, that's another you know tough star player we have to watch out for because also I'm pretty sure Devin Singletary's back this week as well.
He might be.
And if he's back, they have like two solid running backs who've been running the ball pretty well, and then they have all the receivers back. It's we're gonna have to play.
Giants lead the league in sacks, and we have no Mylota. So
Giants defense is good. They have tough
Giants
defense.
Giants offense line's also missing one of their top offense linemen, so we should be able to get to the quarterback as well,
Yeah, I
hopefully.
mean, I think we should win with ease, but I think it's going to be a tough game, especially in MetLife.
Yeah,
Tough crowd.
it'll be closer. So the division our first division game of the season on the road. Um yeah, I mean they should win. I think it'll be closer than people think, but I'll think we win by like at least a touchdown.
Yeah,
Like
it'll probably
20.
be similar
I
to
think
this
we
game.
I think we come out a little stronger, a little hotter. Even though Giants held the Bengals to 17 last week, even though they lost, but Bengals are crushing it out there. They beat the Seahawks. So I
Yeah,
think
I
we
mean
win
the
like
defense is good.
27-20.
Yeah. I guess I
Saquon revenge game though. Like Saquon 150 yards.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. They're gonna like they asked him like I guess how he felt about it. I didn't see his reaction. Um, but I don't know if we're even gonna utilize Saquon in his revenge game. So I think it'll be a low game, like 17-7. I think we'll be able to stop their offense, but I don't think we're gonna be putting up that much still. So probably be a low scoring game, but
We'll
who
see. I
knows?
say bold prediction we score on the in the first quarter this week.
True. I hope. Saquon's gonna score it, obviously. So
But yeah, hope it'll come out there get a W. Um, we gained a whole game on the whole division last week since they all lost. Well, everyone lost. Cowboys got their ass whooped.
Yeah, Cowboys need to reevaluate their everything. Um, how anybody on that team still has a job, I don't know. I don't know. Or were they 2-4?
Nah.
Three,
Well,
three,
I think it's
three,
been
3-3.
3-3. Yeah, they played 6 games.
We'll see who and they verse who this week.
They
Or are they on
play
the bye this week?
they're on the bye, so they can't. No, they could lose in the bye, but they can't. But they come back and they play San Fran
That's a whew.
at in San Fran.
Oh man. When does Mike McCarthy get fired? After the bye or on the bye?
His job's not in jeopardy for some reason. Still, after all these years,
So I'm gonna say after they lose to San Fran. If San Fran slaps them like the Lions have slapped them, they're gonna lose.
it
They're gonna
doesn't.
be fired.
You like never get fired on after the bye though. It's the issue. And so like if he doesn't get fired during the bye, which is not going to happen, he's gonna thug it out for the rest of the season probably.
We'll see. I mean, crazier things have happened.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Jerry might flip. He'd sell the
Uh,
team maybe.
he'd flip. He'd flip in a second. So that
Eagles
one's
are
fine.
favored by 3 though. If you wanted to know,
Eagles are getting 3 points.
we're favored by 3 and over under is 43.
Um,
But I mean, I don't know. Giants haven't given up more than 20. Well, the first week they gave up 28, but after that, they haven't given up more than 21. So
the defense has been good there. I mean, everybody's been saying they have one of the best defensive lines with like Lawrence, Thibodeau, Burns.
yeah,
So
they're doing good. Lawrence has 7 sacks, so I feel like I'm pretty sure he must lead the league or he's close.
dang, and he plays tackle. He plays D tackle.
Yep, he
Holy
is.
shit!
He's second in the league
Behind
behind
Hutch.
behind Hutch. So
Hutch was gonna win Depoy.
his
He,
leg was out there looking like Anderson Silva's.
his leg was out there looking like Harry Potter's arm, and after the
Harry Potter's
Quidditch game,
arm.
bro.
They had to give him the bone regrowth juice.
Yeah, they had to give him some. Poor guy. He's down immensely.
He's not gonna be in the next Quidditch match, Aiden.
Quidditch, my man, he's gonna need a broom to fly around on after that leg snap.
I think he only need. I think they already put a rod in his leg too. He
I
already
mean,
got surgery and
you
everything.
have to. I mean, how long could you wait for that?
Not long. That's why the bones were just floating in there probably.
Yeah, it was horrible. Poor. I mean,
Did you watch it slow
yeah,
motion?
yeah, I saw it. It was crazy. It was one of the craziest things I've seen.
His his uh his ankle almost came around and touched the other his leg on the other side.
Yeah, I just didn't know a leg could do that. To be honest, it was insane. Poor guy.
Sauced.
Thoughts and prayers, for sure, to that man. But yeah, that's all the sports for this week. But we're not done with sports though, because this week we're gonna talk about one of the craziest curses there are in sports, which is the Madden curse.
Madden curse, yes. Once
If
upon a time, I wrote an article about it.
Yeah, because like everybody has the ha-has, like, oh, it's not real. I think if I ever were to believe in superstitious things like curses and stuff, I think this would be the one I'd believe in. This would be the one that pushed me over the edge because I mean this year with Madden 25 being quite literally I've heard one of the worst Maddens ever. And then on top of that, it has Christian McCaffrey, who we all know has been sidelined since the beginning of the season,
Mm-hmm.
and the pretty unanimous overall first pick in all fantasy. So definitely the biggest fantasy bust for sure. Then do you have anybody you think like? I think CMC has to be the biggest
No, there's bigger ones
bust
I think than
or
him.
biggest Madden curse ever. I saw that Michael Vick I know one was Michael Vick was on it, and then
Oh,
that same year he was on it, he broke his tibula or fibula.
I have them all up here. So I got first one, 0-1, Eddie George. Rushed for 1,500 yards. Career high number of fumbles, though, and then coughed up the ball in the Titans' season ending playoff game. Never averaged more than 3.4 yards per carry for the rest of his career. So their
After that,
verdict was cursed.
oh, for sure.
0-2. Do you think you remember any people that are on these?
No, I don't. I probably won't remember until like you get to the
0-2. It's the Vikings quarterback.
Dante Culpepper.
Yeah, threw for 33 touchdowns, 11-5 as the starter, and then took a nosedive during his cover season. Injuries cost him 6 games, fumbled 16 times, 14 touchdowns, 13 picks, and went 4-7 in his starts. So
Oh,
they said cursed. 0-3. Any guesses?
Marshall Falk.
That is Marshall Falk. He entered the cover season with 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons and 3 straight 1,300-yard seasons. 0-2 broke down, missed half a dozen starts, never topped 1,000 yards ever again in his career. Cursed.
Absolutely.
0-4. You know
Um,
0-4.
was that Michael Vick?
That was Vic. Fractured fibula less than a
Yep.
week after the game's release. Sidelined him for all but 5 games. 4 years later, he was in jail.
Yep.
Cursed. 0-5. Any guess?
Uh,
Defense.
Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis. His interception total dropped from 6 to 0 in 0-4 his cover year. And the Ravens missed the playoffs. But that he still logged 147 tackles. And then the following year,
He shot somebody.
he missed 10 games, but they're saying he's not cursed. He was alleged. He never killed anybody.
So he shot some. Which year? I need to know what year he shot somebody. He murdered some man, and then we'll see if he's cursed or not.
0-6.
Offense or defense?
Offense.
Vince Young.
McNabb.
Damn it.
Threw 31 touchdowns, led the Eagles to the Super Bowl. In 0-4. 0-5, rock bottom. Had a fight with T.O. Missed almost half the season and went 6-10. Went on to miss 8 games over the next 2 years. They said cursed.
Yeah, for sure.
We got 0-7. Sean Alexander.
Oh yeah, he was a
Entered
popular one.
He had 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons entering the cover. Then in 2006, his total dropped from 1,880 yards to 896 in his cover year, and then he went on to play for Washington and was washed up. So they cursed him.
That's definitely cursed.
0-8.
Settle in Washington, down bad.
Who you got for 0-8?
Peyton Manning.
Vince Young.
There you go. There's Vince Young.
9 touchdowns, 17 picks, earned a seat on the bench, and that was it for him with Jeff Fisher. So they gave him the curse.
Yeah, Vince Young was like supposed to be like the next, or he was supposed to be the first Cam Newton,
Yeah.
and then he was definitely not the first Cam Newton.
And then we got 0-9. We got Brett Favre.
When he was on the Packers, right?
He was on the Pack. He just ended his career on the Packers and forced his way to the Jets. And all he did that year was throw 22 interceptions and hurt his shoulder before going to Minnesota. So they cursed him. Then 2010.
But he was good on the Vikings. Technically, they went to the playoffs that one year.
Eventually, yeah. With
I guess
who was
Sidney Rice.
No.
Oh.
Eagles receiver Hank Baskett.
Yeah,
Right? Or Greg Lewis, somebody, one of them.
I think it was one of them. I think it was Hank Baskett.
Sidney Rice, though, yeah, he was there. 2010,
Sidney?
you got Fitz and Palomalu.
Yes.
Fitz had a good Pro Bowl year, over 1,000 yards, but Palomalu missed a career high 11 games and had an MCL injury. So they said half cursed that year.
Fair. Fitz is a tank. That's why Curse couldn't get him.
2011, Drew Brees. 33 touchdowns, went to the Pro Bowl. But he threw a career high 22 interceptions. Saints missed the playoffs.
That's
Oh
a
no, they
curse.
lost. They lost to the 7-9 Seahawks in the playoffs.
Oh, that's definitely a curse. Oh my God, was that the Rumble in the? That had to be the Rumble run for sure.
That was the Beastquake. I think that was
Beastquake.
the Beastquake.
Yeah, that's a curse for sure.
Marshawn Lynch, forever goaded. Cleveland Brown. 2012, we got Peyton
Peyton
Hillis,
Hillis.
1,000 yards to a surprise lead back in 2010. During his career, he missed 6 games, or missed a half. Yeah, 6 games with injury, 3.6 yards carry, and became a backup for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
Cursed.
could have seen that one coming.
Here's the 1 year of the non-curse. Calvin Johnson.
Yeah,
He had
because
career historic season, and he had 1,964 receiving yards the year of his curse. But if he's cursed, if anything, it's just being on the Lions. They make all the great stars retire early.
yep. Man, we didn't get to see him in his prime. I mean, we saw him in his prime, but he could have went way further than he went, and he played if he really wanted to.
Yeah. Then we got 2014. We got AP, Adrian Peterson.
And
He had
he,
1,000 yards for 6 straight season. Saw a big dip after his historic 2,000 yard year. Then missed all but 1 game the following year after being indicted on child abuse charges. So they gave him a little half curse. AP always in the news for, what do you do? Break his kid's arm?
yeah,
So yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
You know what are you gonna do?
You don't go to jail in the NFL for hurting your kids.
I guess not.
2015, Richard Sherman.
Yeah.
Interception dropped. They failed to win the Super Bowl. He was at the top of his game, of course, but then he had to end the season with Tommy John surgery. So they said not
Wow,
cursed,
that's
though.
that's crazy.
Oh, it was only after the season. Oh, yeah, he didn't get Tommy John till after.
Oh,
But they went to the Super Bowl still.
yeah.
So they gave him a not cursed.
Fair.
2016, OBJ.
Whew.
They really. Um, he had a 1 game suspension because he fought Josh Norman,
Huh.
but he still had 1,400 yards on the field. They gave him a not curse there.
I like it.
2017, Gronk. He's coming off double-digit touchdowns again. And then in 2016, he missed virtually all of the Patriots' first 4 games with a hamstring injury, then finished with just 6 starts due to a herniated disc and other injuries. So they cursed him.
Fair.
2018, they gave him another Patriot, Tom Brady,
Tom.
chance to win his 6th Lombardi. He had to go against this bum,
Eli
Nick
Manning.
Foles.
Oh.
Threw for 500 yards. Still lost. They said he was not cursed, though. But still waiting for him to shake Nick Foles' hand.
Nah, dick too big.
Did you hear he owns part of the Raiders now?
Yeah, I did.
10% of the Raiders.
I did see that.
Now, and there's all these things he can't do now when he is broadcasting because he's an owner, technically. He, like, can't be at meetings that are, like, showing film and stuff. Can't talk about the refs. Can't say stuff about, like, other certain teams or certain things. He has, like, a whole list of things he can't do. And people were saying he's just making him worse already at a job he's not that good at.
Fair. Let's just give it up already.
He got a big contract. 2019, the CT ESPN man himself,
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown, 15 touchdowns during his cover year, but it proved to be tumultuous in the Steelers locker room. Traded to the Raiders, played only another 16 games in the NFL between 3 teams, and then we all know the rest, running off the field with his jersey off, doing jumping jacks, and now he tweets for a living.
Smart man.
But the good years were good for him. He was a beast.
He was a beast.
They were putting him up over the goats.
I don't know about that.
They were. He
I
was up
mean,
there.
if he kept going, sure, maybe, but
They're saying his pace was goat. It was goat pace.
oh, for sure. But
Yeah,
I don't know if he was as good as the goats, but he was on goat pace for sure.
I could definitely say he made Juju what he was. 'Cause Juju became ass after that.
Well, yeah, because when you have a receiver like that, and then you got your second receiver is always going to look great because they got to worry about the first receiver the most.
Then 2020, Pat Mahomes. Uh, Injury cost him a couple starts, but he won his first Super Bowl.
They go with not
So,
cursed.
not cursed. 2021, Lamar Action Jackson, fresh off his MVP. He had a bad down year in passing efficiency and durability. But in his cover year, he had 1,000 yards rushing again. So they gave him the not cursed.
I don't think so.
In 2022, they ran out of people, so they had to repeat a couple. So they gave it to Brady and Mahomes.
Oh yeah,
Uh, Tom Brady threw for 5,300 yards, 43 tutties
he
at
was on the
age
Bucks, right?
at age 44 for the Bucks. And Mahomes tossed 37 tutties, and they lost in the AFC title game, but not cursed.
No.
2023, John Madden. They said not applicable because he did.
Yeah,
But thanks for bringing us the game. Then we got
appreciate you.
2024. Josh Allen, first Bills player ever. He's 40 plus total touchdowns, a lot of turnovers, and they said not cursed. And then this year, we know we got Christian McCaffrey, who has played 0 games, has Achilles and calf problems in both legs now. Supposedly will be back in a couple weeks, but I'll believe when I see it.
Definitely cursed. And on my honest opinion,
What if he comes back halfway season, goes for over 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns?
then he will be one of the best football players ever. But I genuinely don't see that happening. And I think he might be the worst Madden curse ever because he's already had so many injuries. And like, I feel like the last couple of years, he's finally like not been 100%, but like a lot better than he's been on the Panthers. And then this year he got Madden, and this year hit, and now he's like falling apart. His like Achilles has like he's like tendonitis in both Achilles, which is like one of the like craziest and most rare things that could happen or something. I heard. I was like, what the hell? This
Yeah,
man
you just
is
get it just in one. You can get it in two, obviously, but
well,
usually
yeah,
you just get it in one. But
I understand. I have it in
yeah,
one. It's sad.
he's not playing. Jordan Mason also hurt though,
Also,
killing my fantasy team.
no, what's killing your fantasy team is that you're just the unluckiest
Just,
fantasy owner right
just,
now.
just playing all the
You're
all the
versing the
all the
number
goats
one.
every week.
You're versing the number one scores every week. That was insane. I saw it against myself. I saw it last week, and I saw it this past week, or like 2 weeks ago when against me. The week after, and then I just watched you happen to you this week again. I was like, this is
My,
insane.
te- my team's bringing out the best in the opponents.
They are. I don't know what they're doing, but they're getting juiced. You should start. Oh, never mind. You can't do that. I should start betting on the teams you're versing. So they
Mm.
either because if they do great, then cool. I win. But if they do bad, then at least you'll win, and like whatever, I just lose a couple dollars, you know.
We'll see.
Start guessing picking the best players on the team, seeing how it goes. But yeah, let us know what Madden curse you think was the worst. I think I'm gonna go with my main man Christian McCaffrey because I think what is happening to him is like has to be the worst for sure.
You're going with McCaffrey.
As of right now,
Um,
yes. Until he comes back, it's my answer will be McCaffrey. Because right now I could see him missing the whole season. And imagine if you took the first overall pick in fantasy football as Christian McCaffrey and he didn't play a single snap. That has to be that's the unluckiest thing that will ever happen to somebody.
most of them did.
Most people did.
Uh, I would say Peyton Hillis, but he was just ass. He was never good.
Yeah, he was
So
just a
he,
tank
he,
for a year and then
Got
I,
lucky for a year.
I don't know what happened after that.
Um, I don't know. Maybe Vince Young,
Yeah, Vince Young was a great quarterback. He has had so many injuries and then just fell off.
but yeah. Look up. Gotta see if I can find my article again.
Of the Madden curse. Yeah, that'd be a
Yeah,
cool read on the pod.
it's somewhere. ESPN tweeted it for me back in the day, or somebody
Wow,
did. Madden retweeted it.
that's crazy. Wow, you're famous, Twitter famous.
Twitter famous.
Oh man, you got to get the check, but like don't pay for that shit though.
I'm
It's
not
not.
getting. Oh, get the check mark. You mean? Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
get that check. Like yeah, no, the check mark. You ever get the check, you're fine. We can take more. We'll always take more check, but like I meant like the check on Twitter, so people start following your shit.
Mm.
Start like releasing like
Everyone's got the blue check now.
yeah, it's not even real anymore. If you paid for your blue check, you should be embarrassed. Other than that, we ended it on that note.
Yeah, it's a
Sounds good to me.
good sports filled day. All Flyers are back. Exciting, another team to watch finally for the first time in
And we lose
10
the
years, kind of.
Phillies for a
Lost
few
the Phillies
months.
for a little bit. Catchers and pitchers report in 120 days or something like that.
I need a break. Don't tell me when they report. I don't want to know.
Eagles are going to get a win, and we'll get
Talk
more
about the
in
Sixers
depth
next week.
Sixers and Flyers talk now that the seasons are starting.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Other than
Well,
that,
thanks, drink straight from the top. Unfiltered.
see you.